Hey guys, welcome to the video. Alex Kaufman here with Teifke Real Estate, and today I'm going to dive into a real life example cold calling some off-market sellers. I'm going to tell you what's important, what you need to ask, what you need to understand, what the goal is, what you're trying to do, and we're going to see if we can find us a property to put under contract. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's roll the intro. Alright, so the sellers that we're going to be contacting today, we have already touched base with them once. Our VA has reached out to them and they've expressed some sort of interest in selling. These are sellers that are off market, so maybe pre-foreclosure, maybe high equity, maybe absentee owner, maybe the house is vacant, maybe it's rented out. A lot of different situations. We reach out to all different types of sellers, but our VA has reached out to them. They've expressed interest in selling. So my pipeline is full on my CRM, and we're going to dive in and contact them here and roll through the process of, our really first initial contact with the seller to learn more about their situation. Let's see. This one is a duplex here in Round Rock. Let's give them a call.
Please leave your name, telephone number.
Always leave a voicemail. This is Alex Kaufman with TRE Property Solutions. I'm calling about your duplex over on Cove. I know that you spoke with one of my colleagues the other day, but I've got some important information I want to talk to you about the property. So please give me a call back, 512-517-1360. Thank you. Always send them a text afterwards and let them know that they can call you back and you are ready to speak to them whenever they have time. Then, most important thing is you go to the next one. Alright, so this one is a commercial lot near the Austin airport. Another thing I'm doing is, as I'm calling these owners, I'm looking up their address on Google just to get a little bit more information. If you have an app like Propelio, you can look it up there. You can look at comps. You can just learn a little bit more about the property. That way you are informed when you're talking to the seller.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Freak show! You're going nowhere!
That's okay, because we will send them a text message. Good thing when you're doing this is to just copy and paste your text. That way you don't have to retype it out all the time. Alright, on to the next. I'm also taking notes here in my CRM. That way my partner, Doreen, will know that I've already contacted them. It's really important to take notes all the way through the conversation. That way you can come back later and, if you're making 100 of these calls a day, it's kind of hard to remember exactly every conversation, what was said, what's important. So try and get as much information as you can and take notes on it every phone call. Alright, so a CRM is a customer relation management software, and basically what it does is there's a lot of things you can do, but it organizes all your leads. You can put them in stages. You can set it up to where you work your deal all the way through the entire sales process through the CRM. Email campaigns, drip campaigns, tasks that are automated to you to follow up on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. The CRM that we utilize is Pipedrive. We really like how simple it is and it gets the job done. It's very effective.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated
forwarded
voice
my
messaging
call.
system.
Hey, this is Alex Kaufman with TRE Property Solutions. I'm calling about your duplex here in Round Rock. I believe you spoke with one of my colleagues the other day. We are interested in purchasing it. Give me a call back, 512-517-1360. Hope you're having a good day. Speak soon. Texting them now. Copy, paste. To become a master cold caller, the thing that you need to ingrain in your mind and your brain and your attitude is just to not care what this other person on the other end of the line is going to say to you. Sometimes you're going to get people who are upset. They're going to scream at you. They're going to curse at you. They're going to tell you to quit calling them. And you just say,
okay, thank you. Have a good day.
hi, this is Alex. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good. Well, I was, I believe you spoke with one of my colleagues the other day, and we are interested in purchasing the property. She said that you may or may not be interested in selling.
Well, everything's for sale. Just depends on the price on it.
Right. Absolutely. I agree completely. Well, what are your thoughts with this one?
What I want for it?
Right.
Well, that's kind of like bidding against myself. So it's just I say the price. That's the price.
Got it. Well,
I want to see what you're willing to pay for it, and if that's attractive, then I'd consider it. If not, then not. I don't have any mortgage on it, so it's free cash.
Everything's for sale. So what you do now is you gather more information.
Pay the taxes on it. Because I don't have there's hardly any property that you can reinvest in, Section 1031.
Got it. Okay.
There's not a lot of income property out there available that's reasonable.
Yeah, for sure.
Get the same return.
We're actually about to buy 11 duplexes near this one. Not quite the same neighborhood, but we're getting them for about 300 each. They have is yours rented out for about $1,200 a month each side?
About $1,300.
$1,300. Okay. And what condition are the duplex? What condition is it in?
They're in good shape. It's got new insulation, new roof. One unit has a new HVAC system in it. They were all new flooring put in when I bought them, and upgraded the kitchen. I mean, it's not granite or anything, but it's a rental unit. New garage doors and openers on it. So it's in fairly good shape. It's been well maintained.
Okay. And both units are occupied right now?
One's on a month-to-month. The other one's on to sign a new lease for $1,320 a month, I think it is.
$1,320. Okay. And the month-to-month, they're not wanting to renew?
He's been month-to-month for years.
Gotcha. And he's at $1,300?
No, he's at $1,220, I believe.
Okay.
He's been, like I said, a tenant for like 5-6 years.
Got it. Okay. All right. And is this the only duplex you own here in Round Rock, or do you have multiple?
No, that's the only one I have in Round Rock.
Got it. Okay. Well, we are interested in getting it. Typically, as I'm sure you're aware, it is kind of crazy right now. Typically, we like to be at the 1% rule. So if we're buying it for, $300, ideally they're being rented out at about $1,500 a month each unit. I know that here in Round Rock and Austin, that's kind of hard to do. But that's kind of, where we would be at is near that 300 number, depending on, if everything's good with the property like you're talking about.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that. Let me think about that for a little bit. Run
Sure.
some numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. So you said you would want to sell this one in 1031 into something new?
I mean, that would be ideal in a way. I mean, because capital gains taxes on there. I bought it pretty, back in 2009 or 2010.
Okay.
During the recession there, so I got it dirt cheap. Like
Right.
I said, there's no mortgage on it.
Right.
So I'd have to look at what I could invest in and get the same cash flow.
Right. Okay. Well, that may be something that we could help you out with too, helping you find and identify a new property to 1031 into, if that's what you wanted to do. Another thing too is we would pay cash. We could close in 10 days, if everything's good with title, and we will handle all the closing costs. So you'll walk away with $300.
Except for what Uncle Sam wants out of me.
Yeah, well, except for Uncle Sam, unless we 1031 you into something new, which we're reaching out all the time, and we may have a property that you would want to 1031 into.
Yeah. Well, I like duplexes quite a bit, but that's, there's not a whole lot of those being built these days.
Right. No, I get it. Well, why don't you think about it? I mean, honestly, it'd be really good if we could come and view the property. I'm sure that it, may be hard with the tenants and everything, but if we could schedule that, that'd be really helpful on our end as well.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Well, do you think it'd be possible to view it this weekend?
Well, let me think. I don't want to disturb the tenants about if I don't think that's the right deal for me. So
understood completely.
And
Always tell them you understand. That sounds great. Well, I'll just follow up here in a couple of days, and we'll just go from there.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
He's not necessarily a motivated seller. He bought this duplex 2009, so when the housing market had taken a nice little dip. He doesn't owe any money on the property. But like he said, the first words that came out of his mouth are that everything is for sale. I do know that if we lock that up at 300, we could easily get it sold for higher, and we could weigh our options there. If we able to schedule a time to go view the duplex, at that point is when we'll dive into the other side where we start pointing out defects with the property, start to really negotiate the deal there. But most important things to do on that call, for example, is to realize that you're not going to get the deal sold in 5 minutes the first time you're talking to him on the phone, right? He was pressing. He didn't want to throw out a number. He was pressing for me to throw out a number, which is fine. Threw something out. Always try and make sure you let him know that that's not concrete. It's variable depending upon what the condition is, what the rents are. Once we go view the property, we'll have a better idea. But if they are, urging you to throw out a number, if you can, it's best not to, because really that's what they want. And so most of the time I try to not give them what they want until we get what we want, which is an actual opportunity to purchase the property. But make sure you listen. Don't try and close the deal on the first phone call. Get to know him. Learned he lives about 45 minutes away from here. He's got tenants in there. He does not want to pay taxes. That's really important to him, Uncle Sam. So he wants to try and 1031. That's why I tried to provide another solution in there, like, hey, well, maybe we'll be able to find you another one that you can 1031 into. So always try and add value to them, listen to them, hear what's important to them, and make sure your goal on the first call is to get a second phone call set up or to get a meeting set up at the property. All right, so in a couple of days, I'm going to follow up with the seller, see where he stands, try and now he maybe feels a little bit more comfortable with me as opposed to just a random phone number. So I'm going to follow up with him, see where he stands, see if we can get a little bit more information, keep building up rapport, keep building up that relationship, and see if we can lock that one up. But again, just to go back to what's really important here is that you pick up your phone and you keep calling, even if you get told no, even if they don't answer, even if they hang up on you, even if they scream at you. Call the next one, call the next one, call the next one, call the next one until you get a deal, because I promise you it will happen if you're consistent with it and you don't give up. Don't let these people get in your head. Just stay persistent with it. Always focus on what's important to them and how you can add value to them, what their situation is, how you can help them. And two, don't think you're going to close it on the first phone call. Just build the rapport, learn more about the situation, and your goal is to get a second phone call set up, or your goal is to go view the property, meet the owner, and just get a second appointment or meeting set up. So I hope this was helpful. Get off of YouTube, pause this video, pick up the phone, and start calling sellers.